Hi everyone, I just wanted to give a quick demonstration here of a new piece of functionality that's coming up in FME 2019 that I tried and I found it interesting and thought you might too. It's something we called natural language processing. We have two transformers for it, the NLP Trainer and the NLP Classifier. If I understand correctly, it's a form of machine learning where we teach your computer about certain patterns of information and then look for that pattern in another piece of text. So the example will probably make more sense. So what I downloaded this file from somewhere on GitHub. It was a list of, well, it's a whole bunch of different reviews of Amazon products, and we see that there's label 2 and label 1. Label 2 are good reviews, label 1 is a bad review. So they've got a whole bunch of different reviews there about the products, and label 1 is bad and label 2 is good. So what we're going to do is read this data into FME with the text line reader. I'm going to pull out the label 1, label 2, and then the content as well. And I'm just mapping the label to something that makes more sense. So it says negative or positive. So negative reviews or positive reviews. Then I send it to this new transformer, this NLP Trainer, and this is going to scan that file or scan the features that come in and assess it. So there's different types of classifiers. I'm just going with the basic one. There's the attribute that we're running it on, and we're going to store the results in this file called .fmd, reviewmodel.fmd. Okay, so yeah, so we've got the label there. I don't know why I'm not using the label. Anyway, label, content, case sensitive, no. Data percentages for testing. So what that means is that it'll build my model out of 90% of the data, and then I think it uses the other 10% to test the results and see how accurate it is. So it's got built-in testing there. It's multi-word text, not single word, and we can do all sorts of different things to it. For example, we can say, does it contain these common words? We can ignore English words, English stop words like the, and, it, things like that, which could really apply to anything. And there's all sorts of other things which I really haven't gone into in too much depth myself yet, but it looks quite interesting. So yeah, so we're going to scan the incoming features and build a model out of it, and because it's the good and the bad are labeled differently, we're going to use that label and try and classify the different, try and build a model of classification. So I'm not going to run this one because that one takes about 15 minutes to run. I'm not quite sure how many records there are. Yeah, 10,000 records there. So it took a little while to run that one, about half an hour. So I'm not going to run that right now. But what I will do is run the other one, the NLP Classifier. So we've trained FME there to recognize certain text, and here we are going to use it to assess certain other pieces of information. So I created a feature, created a record, and created a review of FME. FME is the best product ever. FME rocks. It's a fantastic product. I love it. And we also have a review which obviously is made up because it says worst thing ever, FME sucks, totally useless, I hate it, blah blah blah. So that's obviously a bad review. And what we're going to do is we're going to send these to the classifier and see if it can tell which one is a good review and a bad review using the model it built with the NLP Trainer. So we're just saying read that model back, classify the review, which is what I created, and apply a label to it, whatever label you applied in the model. So if I just run that very quickly, it shouldn't take long at all. So this is a way that, so quick I didn't even have a chance to say what I was going to say. So there we go. So we can see that best product ever, FME rocks, is a positive review, and worst thing ever, FME sucks, is a negative review. So we've basically learned how to do that. So yeah, so I mean, this could be good for if you're looking to draw information out of something, like you're scanning news reports and things like that, and you're looking for certain keywords, or you're trying to figure out if it's about a certain topic. If you can train your model to say this is a certain topic, then FME will be able to tell you if that article is the same topic or not. So we can do things like that. So it's important for your source data that, for the source for the training, that it not only has the content, but it has a label to tell the model, the trainer, if it's good or if it's bad or whatever. It doesn't have to be good or bad. It can be like a number from 1 to 5 maybe, or something like that. Like, I guess we could perhaps say label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from between 1 and 5 stars, and try and do it like that. I'm just sort of making this up here because I'm by no means an expert in this. So, but yeah, it's very. I found it very interesting. So we could feed all of our training course feedback into here, and then automatically scan new feedback to see if it was positive or negative, and look for negative feedback, that sort of thing. So yeah, very interesting capabilities there. The one other quick thing I did want to show was this, a .fpkg file. So I've got a bit of a preview on this functionality because the developer sent me the tool to install, and they sent it as this fpkg file, and basically that's an FME package file. And this is something else that's new for 2019. Good grief, I'm not even sure what year it is now. So yeah, so 2019, this is a new thing. So you can provide people with things like transformers and workspaces and stuff as a package. I changed the extension of one of them to .zip, and if I double click that, you can see what's in there. So there's a readme file, or changes file, there's, I don't know what that file is, and then we have excuse me, some Python and some transformers. And so yeah, so you might find that these transformers in the end are not provided within FME, but they're provided as a package on the hub. And the great thing about that is that if in the middle of next year we make a change, you don't have to re-download FME 2019 all over again to get that new version of the transformer. You just install the new package. So that's something we're working on. I just wanted to mention. So yeah, so just a sneak peek really on natural language processing for 2019. So yeah, look out for that new transformer.